Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists social media influencers with management contract issues. All right, today I'm going to talk about, can you break an influencer management contract? So one thing that I find kind of gets confused is when someone considers breaking a contract, meaning breaching it, or just simply terminating a contract. And let's kind of go over the difference between the two. So if you've signed a management contract with an agency or a manager, there will be some kind of clause in that contract that states how the influencer can terminate the agreement, meaning end it. And for the most part, there's kind of four ways that you can terminate a contract. If it's for a fixed period of time and it doesn't renew, if that, let's say it's a year, neither party wants to renew, the contract ends, it's terminated, and that's it. You could terminate it by mutual agreement. So at any point, even if there are clauses in the contract that state there had a certain amount of notice has to be given, you can just say, you know what, it's not working out, let's just move on. If both parties agree, then you can move on. The third way is for cause termination, meaning one party has breached the contract. So let's just say you're an influencer, your management company continues to pay you slowly, or they're not paying you the correct amount. You would say, you'd send them written notice they're in breach of contract. And then normally they'd have a period of time to fix that breach called a cure. And then if they haven't fixed the breach at the end of that cure period, you could terminate the agreement immediately. And then the last way to terminate a contract, and the most common way, is without cause termination. And that just means either party can terminate the agreement at any time for any reason with a certain amount of notice to the other party. Somewhere between 30 to 120 days is kind of a standard amount of notice in a management contract. I mean, if you are the influencer, the shorter amount of time, the better. I mean, if you've decided to, end your relationship with a manager, you don't want to work with them anymore. So the longer that you're forced to work with them, or are kind of sitting there waiting to find a new manager, is not great. So you want to keep that as short as possible. All right, so there are a couple things that can also happen after you terminate the contract. So once again, breaking a contract also just means terminating the agreement. There will usually be a provision in almost any exclusive management contract that states the influencer will have to pay whatever the agreed upon percentage of commission after the contract is terminated for a period of time, usually 1 year, with any brand that the management company has brought the influencer. So let's just say the influencer has brought a deal with the skincare company from the management company. They agree to it. They've been working with them for years. Well, even if you terminate the contract with the management company, that doesn't mean you have to stop paying them the percentage with that skincare brand. You would have to continue paying, let's just say it's 20%, for the entire year after the contract ends, because they brought you that deal. I mean, a management company, the biggest fear of them is they bring an influencer a deal. It's a great deal. And then the influencer terminates the agreement, leaves, and then doesn't have to pay any commission to the management company. So that's pretty standard as well. Now, what happens if you sign a management agreement with a company and then you don't want to go forward with it? That's where I would kind of consider breaking the management contract. Well, you still have to follow through with the notice provision. So if you sign the agreement, you don't want to move forward, you still have to give them notice. Now, obviously, you're not forced to accept any sponsorship opportunities by somebody. So if they were to say, hey, we have all these deals that we want to bring you, but if you've already given them notice that you're going to leave, you don't have to take them. But there may be language in there that states you can't contract with any other management company until after that notice period is ended and the contract is officially terminated. So that's what I would think of as breaking a contract. I do a lot of work with physicians, and so physicians all the time will sign a contract, decide not to go through with the job, and then there's a whole a discussion of, all right, well, what are the repercussions here? It's a little simpler for an influencer because for the most part, not a lot of time, money, resources have been expended if they've signed the agreement but haven't even started working yet. Whereas with other professions, sometimes there's licensure you have to go through and credentialing and insurance and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so that's how you would break a influencer management contract. If you have any questions, feel free to call my law firm at the phone number listed below in the description, or you can reach us through our website, chellelaw.com. If you thought this video was helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel. We release videos every single day. All right, appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.